Welcome to the Queen's Castle, where magic happens not through spells or potions, but through the simple act of creating with a grateful heart. In her sunlit art studio, surrounded by canvases and the sweet scent of oil paints, the Queen sits before a blank canvas with a vision that sparkles in her emerald eyes. Watch as she dips her brush in warm golden paint, the colour of autumn leaves and cosy fireplaces. Her first strokes are bold and confident, sketching the outline of a grand dining table. But this isn't just furniture. It's the centerpiece where memories are made and hearts are filled. As the Queen adds rich browns and deep mahogany to her canvas, something magical begins to happen. The paint seems to shimmer with its own inner light, as if the very act of creation is breathing life into her vision. She pauses, a gentle smile crossing her lips, knowing that each person she adds to this painting will represent something precious in her heart. The first figure to emerge from her brush is the prince, her beloved partner in all of life's adventures. With careful strokes of deep blue and silver, she captures not just his appearance, but his essence. The way he laughs at her jokes, the strength in his gentle hands, the wisdom in his kind eyes. As she paints his smile, the canvas seems to glow a little brighter. Next comes the princess, painted with strokes of soft pink and lavender. The Queen's brush dances across the canvas as she captures her daughter's spirited nature. The way she twirls in her favourite dress. The curiosity that lights up her face. The compassion that makes her stop to help every creature she meets. With each detail, the painting becomes more alive, more real. But the Queen isn't finished yet. Her family extends beyond the castle walls, and her grateful heart has room for so many more. She adds the wise old grandmother, painted in warm greys and soft whites, whose stories have shaped generations. Then the playful young cousins, captured in bright yellows and cheerful oranges, their laughter almost audible from the canvas. As she works, the Queen speaks softly to her painting, as if each figure can hear her words of gratitude. The dining table begins to fill with the bounty of Thanksgiving, a golden turkey painted with such care you can almost smell its savoury aroma. As the afternoon light shifts through the tall castle windows, something extraordinary begins to happen. The painting starts to move. At first, it's just a subtle shimmer, like heat waves rising from summer pavement. But then the figures begin to turn their heads, their painted eyes meeting the Queen's real ones with love and recognition. Extreme close-up shots of the painted family members as they become fully animated within the canvas. The prince reaches his hand toward the Queen. The princess claps and laughs. The grandmother nods approvingly. Cousins wave enthusiastically. The boundary between paint and reality blurs. The prince reaches across the painted table, his hand extending beyond the canvas toward his beloved Queen. The princess claps her hands in delight, her painted laughter filling the art studio with joy. The grandmother nods approvingly, her painted wisdom blessing this magical moment. The cousins wave enthusiastically, their painted energy infectious and bright. But the most magical moment comes when the Queen realizes that there's one empty chair at her painted table, a chair meant for her. As she reaches toward the canvas, her real hand meets the painted hand of her prince. And suddenly, she's not just the artist anymore. She's part of the masterpiece. Now inside the painting, the Queen sits at the head of the table, surrounded by her animated family. The painted feast is now real. Steam rises from the turkey, the cranberry sauce glistens, warm light bathes everyone's faces. The family shares genuine laughter and conversation. The boundaries between art and reality blur as the Queen finds herself seated at her own painted table, surrounded by the family she's created with such love and care. The food is real, the laughter is genuine, and the gratitude that fills the air is more powerful than any magic spell ever cast. Around this enchanted table, they share not just a meal, but stories of thankfulness. The prince speaks of his gratitude for adventures shared and dreams built together. The princess talks about being thankful for bedtime stories and morning hugs. The grandmother shares wisdom about how gratitude grows stronger when it's shared with others. As the painted feast continues, the Queen realizes the most important lesson of all: that true magic doesn't come from waving a wand or casting a spell. It comes from taking the time to notice the good things in our lives, to appreciate the people who matter most, and to create something beautiful that celebrates those blessings. This is the real magic, the magic of a grateful heart, the magic of family, the magic of creating something beautiful that brings joy to others. She's learned that the most beautiful art comes not from perfect technique or expensive supplies, but from painting with love, creating with gratitude, and sharing the magic with those who matter most. Every time someone looks at this masterpiece, they'll see more than just paint and brushstrokes. They'll see a celebration of family, a testament to gratitude, and a reminder that we all have the power to create magic in our own lives. So remember, dear friends, whether you're painting on canvas or painting the story of your own life, the most beautiful masterpieces are created when we work with grateful hearts. Surround ourselves with love. And never forget that the real magic happens when we take time to appreciate the blessings that are already ours. Thank you for joining us in the Queen's Canvas. Until next time, keep creating magic, keep painting with gratitude, and remember, the most beautiful art comes from the heart.